Hi all, my name is Mark, and I bought something pretty cool. It's totally a vanity item, but I just couldn't help myself. Now I've had a Helios before, but never one like this. This cyberpunk inspired piece is an original Hispan. I've been following him on Instagram for a while, and when I saw these, well, I had to get one. Now, it's totally a vanity item, I get it. But I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. You like me, right? Plus, I'm always happy to support the vintage lens community in any way I can. So this is actually a custom painted Helios 44-2. Pretty much everything about it is the exact same. Of course, except for the custom paint job. Optically, it's uncompromised. In all my time shooting with vintage lenses, I've never actually shot with the standardized Helios 44-2. My first Soviet lens was the Helios 44M, which I gave away. Now I got another one and I tested that out against the anamorphic cooked Helios 44-3, and I gave that one away. And of course I have my Iron Glass Cinema rehoused Helios 44-2, but looks nothing like the original. So while I'm not new to the lens, I'm definitely new to its form factor. Why do I keep giving away those 44Ms? It's not like I'm trying to recruit a vintage lens army or anything like that.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Joker lens. Could be a Joker lens too. Joker, CyberPunk, whatever. It's cool. Now, it's got a 49mm filter thread, which is pretty common in a lot of vintage lenses. Now the aperture locking ring, or also known as preset aperture, is on the very end of the lens here. Not really something you need to worry about when shooting digital, and honestly it's just a bit of a pain in the ass to even bother with. A functional reminder of the past is about all it's good for now. Just below that is the aperture ring, which is completely declicked. Now I prefer a declicked aperture as it gives you better micro control over your exposure settings, even if it means you lose a bit of that metadata when taking photos. Now I tend to enjoy shooting somewhere in the in-between f-stops, so this works nice for me. Now aperture blades, it's got 8, lucky number 8, and its optical formula is 6 elements in 4 groups. Whatever that means. Now the focus ring is just below that declicked aperture, and it has these nice little indents to help distinguish it from everything else on the lens. Really does look like a Carl Zeiss Jena Biotar 58mm f2, doesn't it? Obviously, one of the reasons this lens is so famous, I mean, apart from it being the most mass-produced lens of all time, and a direct clone of the Carl Zeiss Jena Biotar 58mm f2, is that swirly bokeh. So swirly, and that swirl is definitely part of its charm, but you have to work for it. This lens simply won't give you swirly bokeh under all shooting conditions.
Must find swirl.
And this can be a good thing because I'm sure you don't want to make a portion of your audience feel nauseous with every click of the shutter. You actually have to get your distance and your focus just right to get that out of focus area to swirl.
Not a lot of swirl opportunity here. A lot of deep snow though.
Now also for best results, shoot wide open at f2 on a full frame sensor. These lenses were made for 35mm film, and that's the full frame standard sensor size equivalent. So in order to get that swirly bokeh, you need to shoot wide open at f2, and you want to be fairly close to your subject to get that nice out of focus background. So if you have a lot of space in your background, you can push this out a bit to about 8 feet or so. Now, another critical factor in helping this swirl effect is having lots of light spots in your background. Now, there are no definite set of parameters, but consider those factors as variables and play around with them. Search for the swirl. Achievement unlocked. Or don't. Like, either way, it's a great lens to play around with, be it a super cyberpunked version, an anamorphic modded version, or a fully rehoused version. Now, I happen to really fall for this lens, so having a unique photo version of it will allow me to exploit its optics easily when I want to go out and just take some pictures. Something that's a little harder to do with the rehoused Helios 44-2. My video lens, my photo lens. I'm happy.
I'm just gonna do it because the opportunity presents itself. I could go to sleep right here.
Now, if you are interested in one of these lenses, go check out Hispan's photo blog over on Instagram for availability. He is good people. Now, I'm still waiting on my Mir 10A 28mm f3.5. I'm going to do a quick video on that one before I send all of these Soviet lenses off to be rehoused, obviously with the exception of this one. And that should put an end to these Soviet-themed videos, for a while at least. To be honest, I really just wanted an excuse to showcase this lens and to shoot some fun stuff with it. So if you have any questions regarding it or the Helios 44-2 in general, let me know down below. I'm happy to answer. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So the Helios 44-2, Swirly Bokeh, how do you get it? Well, it's not just gonna give it away. You're gonna have to work for it. Which is a good thing, because not every shot you wanna take, you wanna make your audience feel a little nauseous with that Swirly Bokeh. What the f? Oh shit, my light went out. Oh well. I've done most of it, so.
Oh, that was a good one. Here.
Can I see it?
Nice, yes.